President Xi proposed global initiatives of China, namely Global Development Initiative, Global Security Initiative, and Global Civilizations Initiative. What do you think are the practical significance and relevance of these initiatives proposed by President Xi to the world today?
Well, there are a number of development initiatives, and China's got a good story to tell. I mean, the development initiative is sharing China's experience and knowledge. And look, there are no countries that can match China's performance within the social development goals or the sustainable development goals. And China's insight and suggestions have to be taken seriously because they have also been able to demonstrate that if you apply these ideas, you can lift people out of poverty by offering them education, finding work for them, ensuring that their housing and social circumstances are improving. And those strategies for development, sharing our knowledge across borders and sharing experiences and allowing foreign investment and foreign talent to be shared at certain moments, to share our education platforms where young people can go and study or come here and study. These are very sound ideas that will help shape the future properly.
What kind of a leader do you think President Xi is? And what do you think of his leadership, his governance, and where do you think he's taking China?
President Xi's vision of not only what's been good for China, but also connecting people to markets and markets to people. I was present in Boao when President Xi came many years ago and talked about the Belt and Road. And I was very curious and thought, this is interesting. I went home and talked to several of my political colleagues who were then in government and said, we need to follow this. I mean, it's been a very visionary. If people are connected to markets and markets to people, they have the opportunity to prosper. And I think that vision of connecting continents together has been one of the great gifts that the President has prompted us to think about, not just insular and our own interest, but trying to see whether we can do well and lift others. The other thing that I've got great admiration for is, he's very strategic. I watch the rolling out of infrastructure in a way that's anticipating the future. Very few nations have either the capacity, the financial and engineering capacity, let alone the leadership to have such a degree of focus that in order to be enabled as a nation, we need these layers of capability, and your G5 and soon G6 networks and your transport infrastructure. I mean, I couldn't have imagined in 1995, when I came here, that I can now get on a train from Beijing to Nanjing, which I did recently, and the best experiences in the world. And I think the President's been very visionary and guiding the provinces, but also seeing that China is connected. This not letting people be left behind has been an important vision, so that the less prosperous provinces have also been connected to these networks. And I think over time that's going to disperse more evenly the growth experience in China, which I know has been one of his objectives. So I have a lot of admiration. You will be leading the world, not following the world, because of some of the inspirational suggestions that he has been able to make.
And do you think ecological civilization, which is very much emphasized in China's current campaign when it comes to modernization and social and economic governance, can also serve as a useful reference for other developing countries who's modernizing itself while heeding the cause for protecting the earth?
Again, I've done some work here in China on how China is using the financial system, for example, to very clearly send messages around green finance. And there's some significant innovation in the banking sector, in some of the advisory sectors where, even the international firms now know that China's serious. And they are designing evaluation systems, monitoring systems with these big industries so that there's absolutely meaningful change.